What's up, everyone? This is Jay from the Crypto Arc bringing you more cryptocurrency news for the beginners in 2021. Now, I have a lot of things to cover in this video, so buckle tight. But before I start with that, I just want to say that I am not a financial advisor, so do not take my thoughts and opinions as financial advice. And please do your own research as well. I'm basically just guiding you towards which direction to, what I call entertain more than the other ones because I find that with my years of experience, certain cryptocurrencies or certain topics don't need to be entertained as much as compared to the other ones. And the ones that I talk about, the cryptos, are their own blockchain, which have great utilities towards the new economy. So stay tuned for that one. All right, so to start, we have this motivational quote from Aristotle. You will never do anything in this world without courage. It is the greatest quality of the mind next to honor. And when you're moving into cryptocurrency, it is very daunting because we don't know what's up ahead, really. But I give you a forecast on that. And also keep in mind, it is also very volatile, and that can be daunting for a lot of people, especially if they move in at the peak or close to the peak. But if you're one of those people that moved in around like April, May, and are a bit in the dip right now, I'm just letting you know, just hold it off, exercise those diamond hands so that way you can enjoy the fruits of your labor towards the end of the year. And yes, this bull run is not over yet. Okay, let's take a look at the market. So we are going up a bit, volume is picking up a bit, and we can see the Bitcoin is not trading in the 33,000s again. It has gone up a little bit more. We can see that Binance is slowly picking back up again. And yes, some of these other DeFi coins are picking up. So that gives you signal right there that Binance is going to pick up because Ethereum, which is the king of DeFi right now, and a lot of ERC coins, their GUI level or ETH gas is going to go up. So that puts more attention towards Binance because it is the second largest smart contracts platform, and then after that is Cardano. But yes, a lot of things are starting to pick up again. So do position yourselves right, you know. And also let's take a look at Tether, USDC, as well as BUSD. When these stable coins are right here are maybe lagging indicators, but it gives you a sign of where the market is going to go. Right now, they're a bit in the positive side. The last 24 hours, oh, actually, for USDC it is. But if I see Tether in the positive side, that means, you know what, the market is doing a little pullback, which is okay. This slight pullback this is what I would want, not those like 10 to 20%. But you know what, I've gone through 50 to 80% corrections only to go way up even higher. So it doesn't really phase me as much, but I'm just letting you guys know to pay attention to the volume and the stable coins like Tether, USDC, and BUSD. All right. So this is the actual news or crypto news that I want to share with you guys, which is the Silica blockchain. So as you know, they do have that ZIL and ETH bridge forming, and they're in the process of doing the beta test right now. So a lot of people are wondering, sir, when bridge? Well, what's happening right now is that they're having a bug in the bridge right now between Ethereum and Zilliqa. So they're working with Poly Network to solve that issue. And if you guys don't know the Poly Network bridge or the Poly bridge, this is what's involved. Approximately 3.3 billion are going to be flowing into Zilliqa when this bridge is formed, because it's going to connect Bitcoin, Neo, Ontology, Binance Smart Chain, Heco, Ethereum, L1 Gold, and Cosmos ecosystem. So all they're doing, guys, is just basically all these blockchain projects are basically making friends, so that way they can work together seamlessly in the future. And yes, that is definitely bullish news for Zilliqa, because let's see what the current market cap is at right now. Zilliqa, where you at? Where you at? There it is, number 80. So right now they are trading at 8 cents. Current market cap is less than $1 billion. But Let's take a look at its previous highs, guys. So this went around like 24 cents or something. Oh boy. I should have prepared this at the start. Oh, okay, there we go. See, 23 cents was its recent peak, and now it's probably going to consolidate around these range in the 8 cents range and then go back up even higher again. And yes, Zilliqa already has smart contracts embedded in there or live, so there's going to be a lot of projects being built on top of this, and it's already live with a lot of social projects like XCAD. So take a look into XCAD. I can't cover that in this video. So here we have another mass adoption news. Luxury hotel group Pavilions to accept cryptocurrencies. And this summer, guys, things are opening back up again. So there's going to be a lot of tourism involved. And these touring places and some hotel places like uses Travala.com are now using cryptocurrencies as a form of payment. So that is definitely good news, and that's going to spread to the masses as well once they realize that. And here we have some news on what's happening after the China crackdown. So the hash rate has been picking back up again. And what happened in the past couple months was that China decided to crack a whip on their miners that were using non-renewable energy. So instead of punishing them, all they did was basically relocate them to another country. We even have certain states in the U.S. Wanting to accept more Chinese miners because they're offering a better rate in energy. But all I see, guys, is them destabilizing countries and basically bridging more networks towards other countries. So that way they can grow their people there, and then their people that are mining Bitcoin can slowly overtake from the inside, kind of like a Trojan horse. That's how I see it. But yes, the Bitcoin hash rate is going to start picking back up again, and Bitcoin is going to reach newer heights towards the end of the year. And you heard it here. Not first, maybe you heard it elsewhere, but you heard that here too. Just so I can add on top of that bullish news inside your head. Alright, and here we have news of Goldman Sachs saying Ethereum's popularity could see ETH become dominant store of value. I do see that as well. Even though Bitcoin is the first blockchain and has more popularity in terms of use cases, Ethereum offers more utility towards the new economy. And the whole idea of smart contracts, which Ethereum is still king on, it is revolutionary because it allows for automation. So with smart contracts, robots, machines, AI are basically going to overtake human jobs. And that's what UBI is for, guys. Universal basic income are for the humans that get replaced by the robots. So now we're not going to be leaning towards jobs that require manual. We're going to be more so on the entrepreneurship side or the artsy side in order to survive. The way I see it, those robots are more so on like the logical side of the brain, whereas we now have to exercise the creative side of our brain. And that creates that yin and yang polarity right there as well. So I do see in like the later future, maybe not in my generation or your generation, but the future generations are going to be dealing with fighting robots similar to how it is in the Terminator. But that's just my opinion, guys. That is not advice in any sort of way. But you do have to pay attention to AI. Yes, and I'm talking about like artificial intelligence. Because these guys are like walking around now. We have Grace and Sophia taking over the healthcare field. Alright, and here we have Chinese banks telling the staff to recruit up to 300 new digital yuan users. So yes, they are already live with the programmable money now. They're moving towards more adoption, and what they're doing to incentivize people is they're using laundry detergents, data cables, card holders, Chinese knots, umbrellas, and tissues as incentives for them to have if they start holding the digital yuan. Now let's think about this in terms of mass adoption. If you have, let's say, you converted 10 people to get the digital yuan, and if they loved your products and services, what they're going to do is each and every single one of them is going to tell 10 of their friends about how much they love the whole freebies on top of the free digital yuan that they got. Or maybe it's not free, maybe they're just converting their yuan to digital yuan. Who knows? Anyways, this is mass adoption news. So yeah, that's how it goes. They tell their friends that they love a product, and then they start getting into it, and then they fall in love with it too, and then they tell their friends. That's how the mass adoption works. All right, and here we have China flexing its guns, saying that they have the most powerful quantum computer. In 2019, Google claimed to have quantum computing supremacy by building their own quantum computing as well. And now you have China doing the same thing. So all I see, guys, are narratives built towards the East versus West. Now, in terms of the new economy, these quantum computers are going to keep popping out every single where. The reason being is because these AIs are going to be computing at a high level that we've never seen before. And they're going to be taking over jobs, they're going to be monitoring people, they're going to be scanning people, they're going to make sure that the data that they're scanning is accurate, which is why they're going to have the 5G network as well, because these quantum computers are going to be relying on a stronger internet to basically function and transfer data. And that is, definitely good news in terms of adopting or evolving the technology. However, in terms of humans, it's not good for us because the 5G has a lot of radiation. And you know what? These lockdowns, it's a kill multiple birds with one stone because now it influences us and it forms a habit inside of our mind that staying inside is, the new normal. So yeah, keep that in mind, guys. All right, so in this news, once again talking about artificial intelligence, but more so in the smaller parts of the brain. It's mimicking the brain basically in terms of physical network. In the brain, there's many different neurons interlinking between each other, similar to the blood vessels as well. And what they've basically done is that they've taken all these nanowires and made them interlinked in a way that it can achieve optimal state where it can basically solve a lot of problems in a different level, on a higher level, I mean. And they're basically mimicking this idea right here, the circle of Willis. Now, for those of you that don't know, I do have a background in the medical field. I used to be a nurse. This is why I know this. So, in the circle of Willis, is basically sitting underneath the brain, and what its job is to ensure that there's always a good supply of oxygenated blood to the brain, and the brain does require a lot of oxygen in order to function. I think it takes like 5 to 6 minutes without oxygen supply for the brain to die. So as you can see, people or in technology is basically mimicking the human brain or the brain body. I mean the brain body or the human body in general. So let's say this is the AI network or the physical network. If this wire right here gets cut off, whatever energy or data is being transmitted that's using this network is just going to go around and find another way to get around to get to its destination. That's what it is. And basically, the poly bridge is acting the same way. It allows for all these networks right here, these protocols, to interlink with each other and talk to each other so that way they can pass liquidity in their network and work seamlessly. Each and every single one of these projects have their own utilities, and yes, they're going to be making friends in the future. And they're making friends now. One bridge loves the other bridge, and so on and so forth. All right, so here we have more adoption news. They adopted a new law in Germany that allows 4,000 institutional funds accounting for about, I don't know what this is. I think that's euro. So correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, 2 trillion of that in assets under the management to invest 20% of their portfolios in Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. So that is definitely good news because their clients are going to see, they're going to love that, especially towards the end of the year. They're going to be like, oh my God, I have a big portfolio, this and that. And they're going to tell their friends, and then other countries are going to start adopting the same idea as well. But all this was planned out, guys. Cryptos and AIs are already ready. We're just building the infrastructure right now. And I'm presenting to you the infrastructure being built in the background. All right, so this is an old article by CME. They basically launched the first water futures. So now that allows people to bet on water prices. And if you don't know, in the States especially, California has been getting hit with a lot of droughts, yeah, and it's affecting their farmers. And now they're basically limiting the farmers' rights to water. So definitely look into that. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because since farmers are going to have less money, they're going to jack up the prices of their food in order to survive. And the price of the food goes up. You know what? Um, Restaurant prices and grocery stores, they're going to jack up their price as well to make up for the profit loss. So keep that in mind, guys. Things are going to get inflated. All right, so let's take a look at some repos right here by the Fed. These guys are the biggest player in the game, so you can watch them. So this one started today, it's ending tomorrow, and what they have involved is 785 billion. So they're gonna make a quick flip on that, buy some treasuries, mortgage-backed securities, as well as put some of that money in cryptocurrencies. But remember, that is not financial advice. But yeah, just watch the charts. All right, so let's take a look at other indicators. We have crude oil down. So that is definitely negative news for the market. We have the US dollar index or dollar price going up. That is also another negative news for the market. It's definitely going to add pressure. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Wrong button to press. And we have the yield rate. So this one's going on. This one's good news. So we need the yield rate to go down in order for the market to inflate even more. Well, once this starts picking back up, I don't know when that's going to be, expect the market to get pulled back heavily. And you know what? If you did enjoy the information that you've been getting, or in this video in general, please press that like button. Also, share the information around as well if you found this very informative towards the new economy as well as cryptocurrency. And also, subscribe. Press that notification bell button so that way you get notified when I come up with these kinds of video next. And that is all I have for you guys in this video. Please do stay tuned for the next video. And yes, if you have more time, please do look into the things that I looked into, because there's a lot of things happening in the crypto world, guys. So keep that in mind. Anyways, take care.